Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live. I am Heather. We come to you live Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, so you can learn Luminess. You can learn what we do, what we have, what you get, all of the above, and yeah, we have some fun. And we talk about a lot of different things. But it is a chat, so it is a great way for you to ask questions as we go along. And it's not like if I'm talking about this, you can ask another question. I can multitask. So you can definitely ask some questions as we go, and it doesn't have to be about what we're talking about at that point. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday, right smack dab in the middle of the week. And so, yeah, all right, here we go. So we always like to go over the beginnings, the basics, the starter kit, all of that. And so I want to show you one of our starter kits. I need to change this with the breeze though. This is one of our starter kits. This is the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. It does come with everything you see here. 2 bottles of foundation, love, and blush, which we're going to go over how to use those. Now, you may have gotten some other products, had an opportunity to maybe purchase some at a discounted price, all of that. So, but this is the basic kit of what you get. And we're going to go over how to use those because our blush is super high pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. And so you're only going to want to use about 2 drops and that's it. Good morning. I'm great. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. Let's go over real quick also how to start, how to use it. So you do want to make sure, and mine's plugged in right now, but you want to make sure that you keep it 4 finger widths away. You want to keep it moving, bam, 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 bam. It's not a free for all. You're not going to go bloop, 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 and you're not painting a fence. So you want to keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, and keep it that distance so you know that it's going on flawlessly. Because when you airbrush it on, it airbrushes blended. If it isn't looking blended, then check your distance. Are you pulling down too hard on that trigger? Are you not moving it? Are you moving too fast? Things like that. Because if you can master all these 3 things, then you will have a better understanding of how to do it. Jeannie, it is on Facebook. Although the numbers are super low, so I'm wondering if something has happened. So I don't know. Oh no. All right. I think it's just me and Lori right now. So I'm not. I know. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wear something bright today. So I don't know if something's going on. You know what? Let me see if it showed up on my phone. It did show up on my phone. It even has me in my little pink. Hey Kay, how are ya? So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Just everybody jump to the YouTubers. Just go on that World Wide Web and just switch over. All right, so now let's go over how to use it. Yeah, I did get a notification, but hold on, I want to see if it will go to that. Oh, I don't know if something's going on. You know what? Let me see if it. Yeah, I did get a notification, but hold on, I want to see if it will go to. I'm gonna message me. Oh, I don't know if something's going on. You know, okay, so yeah, it's on here. I'm gonna see if it. I messaged. Yes, it messaged me. So it is there. I'm good. Thank you. And Luminess is here. Luminess, did you get a notification? Because we're having some issues, I think, with Facebook. But actually, I had issues with Facebook this morning when I was going through my feed. All right, so I have some lip conditioner on. Hey, Zani, how are you? I like that name, Zani. The Zoner. The Zonalicious. I like that. I'm going to wipe this off. I have a little bit of a lip conditioner. LUMINESS didn't get a note. I did get it. I don't know what's going on. We will never know. Let's just be honest right now. We will never know what Facebook does. Okay. Now that we've said that. All right. So let's oh, you couldn't find it on Facebook. Yeah. Good morning, Stephanie. Yes, we are live today. Seems like everybody's coming on later. Maybe it was a late notification. I don't know. I'm just glad you're here. So there you go. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to take out, I have the shade 2 and the shade 3 in Rose foundation. And then I have my Love, and then I have my blush. Now there, you know what I might do is I might do that too. Which one is that one? Why is that there? Oh, maybe because, okay, we'll see it. I don't know. Talking to myself. Thank you, Zonnie. I don't know about you guys. So I wear a ton of black, right? Part of the job, you just wear black. I wear a lot of black. In fact, my this was funny. So for Mother's Day, they, in my daughter's Sunday school class, they filled out like, my mom likes to blah blah blah. She can blah blah, you know, like, and you fill out the words for that. And it said, my mom loves to, and my daughter wrote, wear black shirts. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I need to get some color up in here on my wardrobe. So that's why I'm wearing pink today. So when your 7-year-old is putting that, and my mom likes to wear black shirts, you need to check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, so let's continue. I have shades 2 and 3. I have Love, I have Blush, and then I also have my matte bronzer that I'm going to contour with. So we're really going to do a lot of airbrushing today. And so I am going to go in and put on, because I have it right here, the Velvet Veil, which I love. But I don't do this. I take it out and I do this around the dropper, have it on my hands, and then I do this. I did go shopping for a little bit yesterday, and Target had these cute sundresses, and they had little ones to match. And so I was like, I'm getting me and my daughter one. I put it on when I got home, and I look like a tablecloth. So I'm taking it back. So there you go. It's slimming. Yes, that is why I wear a lot of black. All right, so I put the Velvet Veil underneath my eyes to help with any wrinkles and crinkles, down my nose, kind of right here, because I have pore, you know, large. In fact, I might need to put a little bit more. A little bit of pore issues. And I kind of, you know how I like to tap it out. I tap it into place, because once it dries, your skin does feel like velvet, but you will want to airbrush over that. So don't use any traditional makeup for that. You will want to airbrush, okay? So now that I have my Velvet Veil on, I am going to take my the 020, and I'm going to airbrush my lids. And the reason for that, let me unplug this bad boy. Did I not clean this again? Oh, Lord. What is wrong with me, peoples? I have problems with some product dispensing early and others not so much. So Zonnie, make sure that you are cleaning it. Do as I say, not as I do, obviously. But the one thing I will tell you about the Breeze, make sure you back bubble this bad boy. And back bubbling is you block the air Oh no, did this one just go out? It did go out. Oh wait, this is my backup. Oh, oh God. Almost. I was like, I thought I just cleaned that. So I did clean mine. All right, so make sure you back bubble, which is blocking the air and then lightly pulling back on that trigger, because this one, the needle is protected. However, you do want to make sure that you back bubble so it doesn't get caught, like stopped up in there. And then, okay, so I put probably too much. I think I put 3 drops and I definitely don't need that much. So I'm just going to do a little bit on my eyes. So here I am. I have my fingers on the trigger, but I'm going to make my moves first. I can feel that air, so I know exactly where the makeup's going. And then lightly, lightly, lightly pulling back. And I will tell you at the end when you clean it and you're cleaning it with water, if you have the breeze, get like a little cup or a little dropper or something and put the water in there. Don't stick this underneath. Before I was like, yeah, you can stick it in, but don't do that because it could shorten out the board. And so make sure not to do that. Okay. So just get a little dropper. You can even use like a save one of your bottles, put water in there and do that. If that works. Or even if you have like a tip top bottle, an empty tip top bottle, you can put water in there. And where's my, there it is. And just use that. So I'm going to lightly powder my eyes after just putting a little bit of airbrush right there, because I am going to do eyes first. Okay. So let's go in. I'm going to do the nude. Hold on. I'm going to look at the click and place too. This is my thinking. Hey, Delbert, good to see you. Oh, and I got my toothpicks. Wait, did I? There we go. If you weren't here, one of my veneers fell off. Oh, Marilyn, that is a good point too. Marilyn says that she uses bottled water because the faucet, she has hard water. And so that is probably a great idea. You could also just use, like, you can get a gallon of that distilled water and do that too. So that's another option. All right, because I'm so bright and cheery with my clothes today, I kind of want to stick with that. But there is something to be said, like you don't want to overdo it, right? You don't want to overeat. You don't want to overdrink, right? So we don't want to overdo the bright colors. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm either going to use the burgundy color in the matte color, the matte palette, or the optics palette. I don't know yet, but I am going to go in with gray, but I'm going to use gray very lightly because I do want some drama. You know, Mama likes some drama up in here. Do you know when? I don't, hun. It's Jeannie on YouTube asked when the pressed powder is going to be in. I don't know. But you can use. I mean, of course, we want you to use ours, but that's hard when we don't have any. So I'm taking a little bit of that gray and just starting here in my crease. But you can use any press loose powder. If it's translucent, you can do the translucent. Now I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then again, Monday I showed you guys, like, you can just go in there and like place it. Boop, boop, where it doesn't even matter what it looks like. Blah, 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 blah. Like, just get it on there. And then you can take the brush and then start blending it. But again, and then if you have hooded eyes, which I'm getting to that point, I can take my finger and go, loop, because this is what I do sometimes when I'm putting makeup on somebody. I'll do this Sonny's like, drama in makeup? Yes. Drama in life? Not so much. Yes, girl. But have you ever been around those people that just love drama? Oh, they wear me out. And if you're like, no, I don't have any people in my life like that, it might be you. Right? Because we know I have a friend. She likes the drama. And I think I used to be like that. But now I'm too old. I'm too old for the drama. Nobody got time for that. All right. So look how nice and blended. La la la. Blended. Blended. Delbert, do you have a drama mama in your life? Can y'all show me some love? I'm not seeing any hearts or likes. Remember, can't leave a sad face, can't leave an angry face unless you tell me what's going on. I don't care if you do, but you can't do it and leave. You have to tell me. There we go. Thank you very much, guys. All right, so I'm just adding a little bit more there. They do take up a lot of energy, don't they? But I think there's, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. They do. They do. But then at some point, you just learn not to bring yourself into all that drama. Bethany, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Bethany says, I have enough drama in my life already. Just got home from the hospital. Girl, that makes it hard for me to breathe right now. Stephanie, hello, girl. Bethany, I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. That is, when you can't breathe, it's scary. I'm definitely allergic to cats, like stop breathing, have an emergency bracelet. I've had to be intubated, and that makes you crazy. So I'll be thinking about him. All right, so I just did the gray right there. Now I'm going to go in with a flat eyeshadow brush. Yeah, drama is like Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. You can't talk about drama because nobody thinks they have drama, or they think, well, you probably are drama, blah, blah, blah. He's okay now. Oh, poor baby. Well, I'll be thinking about him, Bethany. All right, so I'm going in. I'm going to do the Optics palette because that color in there is a little bit brighter. And it's Reflection, which is like a pinky burgundy. And so we're going to do that right on my lid. I'm not going to go all the way in. I'm going to start right here. And I can lift up my eye if I need to help with the wrinkles. And then just kind of add that color there. And I'm adding it almost just where, oh, did I go out of focus? Where the color of my eye is, okay? So I'm just adding it right where the color, so this is my flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just literally placing it right there in almost a square shape. Okay? So we have the gray, and then that beautiful like burgundy pinky color. Okay, now I'm gonna wipe off that, and then there is a color right underneath that's called Chromatic that I'm gonna dab a little bit into, and I'm gonna sweep that from the inside over, a little bit over that, okay? But just very lightly, and it's going to give me a little bit of a shimmer. But I'm still using the brush that I used for the pinky burgundy color. So it sticks in that family. Make sense? All right. Right, like that. Now I can go back to my blending brush using my gray. You have to do that. And then I'm going to blend that a little bit more. Roll like that. And just making sure I get rid of all the harsh lines. Now taking the flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to go in with the gray. I'll use this one. And lining underneath. With just eyeshadow. I love doing eyeshadow because lining with eyeshadow, I feel like there's a little harsh line right there. I love lining with eyeshadow because it is softer. It's not so harsh. I also just feel like some of my brow is missing. So I'm going to go in with the 2-in-1 brow duo and kind of fill in. That a little bit more. Okay, right? Now going back to my brush that I use just for powder, I'm going to swipe that underneath. And I want you to watch as we go along, because right now the eyes look okay, but they're not really doing anything for me. I like the colors. I like how it's blended. I like this, but I want to show you how things progress, because you have to have that bit when you're doing the makeup, you have to have that vision of what's coming up, what's going to happen. Okay. When I add mascara, that's a game changer. If I add the eyeliner, that's going to change it. So if I need to smoke them up later, if I need to tweak them later, I can. But I did my eyes first because if I had any fallout under here, I can swipe it away and don't have to worry about it, right? So now I'm going to take the 2, which I still should have. Yeah, I still have some in here. Turning on my system, and now I'm going to start with the under eye coverage. Nose. Been doing well. Eyeshadow with the airbrush, even eyeliner. Oh, yay. That is awesome, Jeannie. Get my nose covered because my nose does turn pink. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. So I always tell people most of my coverage is right in here. And so that's why I'm going in there. I can go back and make another pass underneath my eye. But also know it's not getting on my eyeshadow. It only goes where you point it, okay? Only goes where you point it. And so when you are practicing, you can practice with the air and feel that air. You're going to move it around, feeling that air, because wherever you feel the air is where the makeup's going to go. So the air, listen very carefully, the air is your brush. What? Airbrush. The air is your brush, okay? So wherever you feel the air, that is where the makeup's going to go. Now I'm going to mix shades 2. That's why this one's off. 2 and 3 to get my perfect color. Most of the time, I'm just a 3. But I was noticing that I was getting a little bit, it was a little bit too dark. I was seeing some demarcation lines. So now I'm adding some 2 in there. I put them both in there, turning my system on and blocking the air. I'm going to bend that back and mix that together. And now I'm ready. Oh, man. I forgot. I don't want to do my foundation yet. Pooper scoopers. Hold on. I'm going to have to dump this. Oh, because we're doing everything airbrush. Delbert, you are so sweet. Okay, so I just emptied that out, even though I mixed that together. And I'm actually going to go in and do the bronzer. So I'm going to do some contouring first. So I did eyes first to help with fallout. Then I did the pre-coverage. And guys, when you're doing pre-coverage, you don't have to cover it 100%. Why? Because we're not touching our face. Nothing's getting wiped off. Good morning, Cindy. Nothing is getting wiped off, right? So now I have the bronzer. So now I'm going in and I'm going to do some bronzing. Yeah, Jeannie, that's why sometimes I use glow there. You can definitely use the highlighter there. But let's talk about that in a minute. But yeah, the Cut 1 palette that we have now, also notice how light this is coming up. I'm using that color, okay? But notice how light this is coming up. I go back and forth. I can even do it a little bit on my forehead. Definitely. Needs an airbrush contour. So we do, Bethany, baby, we do. So this matte bronzer is the contour. And then we have the shimmer bronzer, which is more your bronzer. Does that make sense? Because it's a like contour and highlight togetherness. Depending on how deep you want to go in that contour, because guys, remember, foundation evens you out. Okay? Foundation evens you out. It gets rid of the multi-colors on your face. Like if you have lighter areas or darker areas or pink, it gets rid of those things that we want to cover. And then it gets rid of those areas that we want to cover. And so what that does is it makes us flat. And so what contouring does, it's bringing shape back to your face. And so and you can kind of change it up a little bit. So that's why I hide this. I come in here. I do a little bit on my temple area to show some dimension back to my face. And so highlighting you can do here, down the nose, even here between the jawline and the contour here, you can highlight here. So you can highlight with glow. You can highlight with a lighter foundation. You can highlight in the Cut 1 palette. There's a contour and highlight side. So there's a lot of different ways to do that. Now, if I use Glow, which is an airbrush product, I don't use anything else underneath my eyes. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so I have my 2 drops. Bethany, you're so funny. If we did change that, then we would get the other half of the people going, why is this called, it's a bronzer. Why can't I use this as a bronzer? Girl, we could never make everybody happy. You know that. All right, so now I have my blush, soft rose blush, and it's going on top of my bronzer. And I smirk. I kind of put it everywhere. All right, so now I'm gonna need a new paper towel. I'm gonna blow the rest of that blush out. Now, if you're looking right now, it might not look the best. Never can please everyone. Actually, we could just repackage it and it's the same thing, right? I'll do that for you, Bethany. Hello, Amber. So now if you look at it, it's like, okay, I see what she's done there, but like you feel like there's something missing. So I've done pre-coverage, I've done my eyes, I've done contouring, and I've done blush. And so like this area seems to be standing out just a little bit too much. So then I go in, and now I'm going to add, hey Donna, add a couple of drops of my 3, and then a couple of drops of my 2. Mix those together. I don't know if you can see it. Amanda's like, I don't want to buy the new. When I lean that forward and mix, it makes a mess. Amanda, you can buy the newest one. It's called the Breeze. This is what the chargeable cordless one. So now I'm doing the foundation. I'm going to keep it 4 finger widths away. I'm going to start moving around, lightly pulling back on the trigger. And that's the one thing, like if you're new to Luminess and new to airbrushing, guys, we are retraining our brains into thinking airbrush and not traditional makeup. And the one thing is with airbrush, it goes on blended. So you're not putting it on, seeing the demarcation line and then blending it. It goes on blended. And so if you do see where it's too heavy, or you get like a hot spot, check one of those things that we've been doing. Donna's like, Luminess is the best ever. Now look how, what? Everything is now blended a little bit better. It's not standing out as much. So I can stop, look in the mirror. Okay, what do I need? Let's blend this a little bit more. And there we go. Okay. So now I'm just blowing out the rest of this because I do not want to get it. You have to clean it after every use. You do not have to clean it between colors. You just want to do what's called a blowout, where you blow out that color, but you definitely want to clean it. Now, clean it with water, clean it with, oh, I just broke the top off. Dadgummit. I thought it was the button because I had it open. I hate when I do that. All right. I think it'll pop back in, but oh yeah, it will. I'll fix it later. Blowing that out. Okay. So now everything's starting to look better. Like it's blended. It's doing what I want it to do, right? So now I can stop and look in the mirror. Okay, the eyes are starting to make sense a little bit more. Contouring, definitely. And so what Jeannie was talking about, I could take the Cut 1 palette, which has perfectly. It has the highlight and contouring. And so I can do like the flat white and maybe powder just a little bit underneath the eyes to bring up that color. The one thing I want to show you is the highlight. Each one has a shimmer. So the Cut 1, Cut 2 has a shimmer in here, and mine's down at the bottom. So I'm going to take that, and right on top, for the newbies, I'm going to add my little bit of shimmer right there. Then I'm going to take my naughty pink. Now, if I don't want it this bright, what do I do? Remember, I said you can soften it. There's different ways to soften it. I have a lip conditioner on, so it's going to go on softer anyway. So if you had like even chapstick on, it would go on softer. So I can go in. and make sure that I'm even Steven. And then I'm just going to kind of rub that in a little bit. Just, I mean, it's bright, but even if I wanted to tone that down a little bit, I could put like the ballet pink on top if I wanted a gloss. I love just using our lip liners as the lip. There's a lot of staying power. You saw me fill in my lips. And I like that look. It'll give you more of a matte look, but you can top it off with the gloss. You can top it off with the lip. You can top it off with whatever. And the misconception with the lip liners, your lip liner does not have to match the lip that you're putting on. Okay. Thank you, Delbert. Thank you. I love that for me. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bethany. So there's a lot of times I'll use Dusty Rose. That's why Dusty Rose is my staple. If you do not have Dusty Rose, you need probably 4 Dusty Roses. It's a lip liner, and I use that as kind of a base, even for some of my reds. And so don't think that, oh, I'm going to do a pink lip. I need a pink lip liner. No, you don't. Do Dusty Rose and then do the pink lip. It will tone it down a little bit. And so there's a lot of, so get out of that headspace as far as thinking it has to matchy match. So now I'm going to go in, curl my lashes, but mainly like the inside because my outsides are already curled. And then I do mascara. I'm like MacGyver when it comes to makeup. I think, don't tell anybody, but I want to write the MacGyver handbook to makeup. Okay. Guys, come on. Look at that. That was one brush of mascara, and see what a difference. So I'm going back here because I do want to do one other thing. So I like a ton of mascara. So I'll probably add a little bit more mascara. But then you can also, I don't, oh no, Amanda. Oh, Amanda. So I was like, wait, what happened? We're on Facebook. Amanda's like, I'm so confused. Amanda's on YouTube. I see both YouTube and Facebook chats. And so that's what I'm reading. So yes, if you don't see who I'm chatting with, then it's on the opposite social media platform. Amanda was really confused, and I don't blame her. So Amanda, yeah, if you go to Luminess Cosmetics Facebook page and like the page, it'll pop up when we're doing this too. So FYI. And same thing, Facebook, you can go to YouTube as well. All right, so I'm not a big top eyeliner fan. I don't always wear it, but sometimes a little tweak is kind of nice. So I'm going to little tweak it and just go in with the Persuasion eyeliner. Right. Oh, wait, this is brown. I wanted the black. You can do brown. It's softer. But I'm like tickling the lash line right at the lash line. So it's not too dramatic, just a little bit. But guys, look what a difference that makes. No, Bethany, that's a good question. So Bethany on Facebook asks, does top eyeliner close the eye out more and make them look smaller? So no, it won't. But it also depends on your eye shape. It can open the eye. What my mom actually does, so it can make my my lashes look fuller. And she does the Temptation one, and she just goes and does the little lines. So a very thin line right at that lash line is not going to make it look smaller. And the other thing is right here, right on the inside, it's even smaller. So I just barely. Now, if you have wrinkles and crinkles on the inside, the way to do this is you'll definitely want to look. I know, Sonny, I'm sorry. Look down while doing it, but let's say I'm doing the inside, look this way. Like turn your eye that way, because it'll stretch out that part of your eye and make it easier. So you're not having to pull. And notice that I'm just doing light little boop, 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 boop. And I always start in the middle of the eye and then work. So that first place doesn't, because what do I always say about the brush? That first place is where most of the makeup goes. So I'll do it in the center because I don't want a big glob right there. Make sense? Okay, there you go. All right, guys, we covered a lot of stuff. That's awesome. A lot of stuff. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I know we went long. I hope everybody has a marvelous day today. And hey, we come to you live Monday through Thursdays, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, Facebook and YouTube, and we talk amongst ourselves. So if you don't see what I'm talking about, it's on the other one. Thank you, Delbert. But I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.